Welcome to the Narratives Obscura channel, where hidden stories and untold tales come to life. Dive deep into the unknown and discover the secrets that history has left behind. If you like exploring the obscure, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I had never believed in ghosts or the supernatural until I moved into the old Victorian house at the edge of town. It was a grand, albeit slightly dilapidated structure with creaking wooden floors and an air of forgotten grandeur. The realtor assured me it had character. For the first few weeks, everything was normal. I spent my evenings unpacking, rearranging furniture, and exploring the house's many rooms. One night, while cleaning out the basement, I found a small, dusty door hidden behind a stack of old wooden crates. Curiosity piqued. I pried it open. The door led to a narrow, dimly lit staircase that spiraled down into darkness. I hesitated, but decided to explore further. At the bottom of the stairs, I found a hidden room. It was small, with stone walls and an eerie, damp smell. In the center of the room was an antique wooden chair, facing an old, cracked mirror. As I approached the mirror, I felt a chill run down my spine. There was something unsettling about it, as if it were watching me. Brushing off the feeling, I left the room and decided to return the next day with better lighting. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing faint whispers and the sound of footsteps echoing from the basement. Dismissing it as my imagination, I finally drifted off. The next day, armed with a flashlight, I ventured back into the hidden room. The mirror was still there, but this time, there was something written on it. In the dust, someone had scrawled the words, "Help me." I stepped back, heart pounding. Who could have written that? The house had been empty for years before I moved in. Unease settled over me, but I was determined to uncover the mystery. I spent hours researching the house's history at the local library. I discovered that the previous owner, a reclusive man named Jonathan, had vanished without a trace over a decade ago. That night, as I lay in bed, the whispers returned, louder and more insistent. I could make out words now, pleas for help, desperate cries. My heart raced, but I forced myself to listen. The voice was coming from the hidden room. Grabbing a candle, I made my way to the basement, my hands trembling. As I descended the stairs, the whispers grew louder. When I reached the hidden room, the voice was deafening. It was coming from the mirror. I stared at my reflection, the candlelight flickering. Suddenly, the image in the mirror shifted. It was no longer my face staring back at me, but that of a gaunt, terrified man. His eyes were wide with fear, and his mouth moved as he spoke, though no sound came out. "Jonathan," I whispered, my voice trembling. The man's eyes locked onto mine, and he nodded. He raised a shaking hand, pointing to something behind me. I spun around, but there was nothing there. When I turned back to the mirror, the man was gone. The whispers had ceased. Determined to find out what had happened to Jonathan, I returned to the library the next day. I combed through old newspapers and records until I found a mention of a series of disappearances in the area around the time Jonathan vanished. Rumors of a cursed mirror surfaced repeatedly, a mirror that trapped the souls of those who looked into it for too long. I realized with a sinking feeling that Jonathan's spirit was trapped in the mirror, pleading for help. But how could I free him? That night, I returned to the hidden room with a sledgehammer, determined to break the mirror and set Jonathan free. As I raised the hammer, the whispers began again, louder and more frantic than ever. I hesitated, fear gripping me. But then I saw him again, Jonathan's face in the mirror, eyes filled with desperate hope. With a cry, I swung the hammer, shattering the glass into 1,000 pieces. Silence fell over the room, and the air grew still. I waited, heart pounding, but nothing happened. Had I done it? Had I freed him? I turned to leave, but then I heard a voice, clear and distinct. "Thank you," it whispered. I never saw Jonathan again. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest mysteries. If you found this video intriguing, please like it and share it with other explorers. See you on your next adventure.